Most people think teachers are leaving because they don't care anymore, that they're lazy, burnt out, or simply not cut out for the job. But that story misses something important, because the teachers who are leaving in 2026 are often the most dedicated ones, the ones who stayed longer than they should have, the ones who tried to make it work. For years, teaching quietly expanded beyond the classroom. More planning, more paperwork, more administration, much of it happening after hours, unpaid, unseen. The job didn't just get harder, it got bigger. At the same time, responsibility kept increasing, but pay didn't. Teachers were asked to carry more, emotionally, professionally, administratively, without any meaningful adjustment on the other side. Eventually, the math stopped making sense. And when that happens, something has to give. Leaving teaching isn't just a practical decision, it's an identity one. Teaching becomes who you are, not just what you do. So when you think about leaving, it doesn't feel like a career move. It feels like letting people down, your students, your colleagues, sometimes even yourself. That's why many teachers stay longer than they should have. Not because they don't see the problem, but because the cost of leaving feels heavier than the cost of staying. Most people never see where the biggest changes to teaching actually come from, because they don't happen in classrooms, they happen elsewhere, in meetings, in presentations, in targets and metrics. Decisions are made far from the realities of the day-to-day classroom, and then they're explained back, often through data that tells only part of the story. That's why most teachers don't leave loudly, they don't storm out, they don't make speeches, they leave quietly, after the bell rings, after the room is empty, when no one is watching. The decision usually happens at home, late, privately. It isn't burnout, it's resolution. Leaving teaching doesn't mean everything collapses the next day. For most people, the first thing that happens is nothing. There isn't a single leap, there isn't a cliff, there is a sequence, and the teachers who land well don't escape education, they translate it. Most teachers don't leave for one reason, and they don't land in one place. Some stay close to education, curriculum, training, instructional design, ed tech. Others translate what they already do, planning, communication, operations, and project work. Some build income gradually, and some choose to pause, on purpose. There is no single right path, but there are real ones. The teachers who struggle after leaving aren't the ones who leave. They're the ones who leave without a map. They rush. They try to replace an identity overnight. They try to do it alone. The teachers who land well don't rush. They map, they test, and they adjust. If you're still here, it's probably because some of this felt familiar. Leaving teaching isn't failure. It's a decision to stop carrying a system alone. This channel isn't about quitting. It's about mapping what comes next, quietly, carefully, and on your terms. If that's the kind of thinking you want more of, you're in the right place.